Hi guys, welcome back to Beautify Your Life. This video is going to be a review and demo of the Lorac Stay Cool palette. And I actually did one of the Get Hot? Yeah, Get Hot palette, I think it's called. And today I'm going to be using this one. I found that the other one had a lot of fallout and I was not a fan of that. So hopefully this one's different. But in order to kind of make sure I don't encounter that again, I went ahead and applied some tape under my eye. If you see, this is just standard desk tape, and I stuck it on my hand a little first to make sure that it wasn't too sticky. It wasn't gonna like hurt my skin. Just got a little less sticky, and then I lined it up with the lower lashes and applied it right there. Now that way, if I have a little bit of fallout, it'll probably fall on to the tape, and also it creates this really nice perfect line out here for shadows, so I'll know where to stop, and if I go a little over, it won't leave dust everywhere. And so I've already done the rest of my face, and I primed my eyes this time with the Lorac eye primer, hoping that might help them stick. Maybe these products are meant to be used with their own primer, so I wanted to make sure I followed as many of their rules as I could. So this palette has a white that's very shimmery, a silver, a green, which is very cool tone, almost like a greeny blue, a taupey color, and a dark, dark, dark brown, almost black. So we're gonna give it a shot. I'm going to start with the white, which is very shimmery, and put that under the brows. I have not filled my brows in yet because I'm going to do a tutorial right after this. Pending how nicely this eye look turns out. If it turns out awful, I may not do the brow tutorial today, because I'm going to have a camera in my face like this, filling in my brows. Alright, so the next color I'm going to be using is the most transition shade-ish color in the palette. Already I can say this one has some fallout, but not as much as the other one. So the transition shade in here is going to be this brownish shade. It's kind of silver brown, like a taupey color, but oh my gosh, look how soft that is. I just touched it. I had a ton of fallout. I'm going to put that just above the crease. And what I found with the other colors was they all blended together to brown. Like the pink wasn't pink, the bronze wasn't bronze, the white color didn't show up after a while. I was just very unpleased. I keep having to blow this because there's so much loose dust. But do you see how when you do this, you're able to paint onto this area and you know you're still going to get a nice clean line because of the tape. Alright, so now I'm going to use this really pretty dark turquoisey color, and I'm going to apply that on the outer half of the eye of the lid. Now do you see I already got fallout and it landed on the tape? Okay, we'll do that to the other eye. Now I'm going to be applying the silver onto the inner half of the eye. I hope that this color shows up. Usually with silvers, excuse you young lady, usually with silvers I have a hard time with them not being too dramatic, but this one is okay. Let me move that light behind me because every time I lean over it comes into the shot. Okay, well I will say that this one has fallout, but not as much as the Get Hot palette, and the colors are certainly more pigmented. I mean, I'm getting some crazy pigment payoff over here. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with the last color, which I haven't used yet, which is this really dark black. I would say it's like maybe a charcoal gray, but it might have some brown in it too. I really won't know until I use it. I'm going to put that into the outer area here just to darken it. And see how I'm able to, with the tape, I'm able to like get in there and not worry that I'm going to look crazy. Alright, so I'm just doing that outer V. And then I'm going to blend all the shadows. The blending process takes a while, that's why I usually don't shoot it all. I can spend a couple minutes blending eyeshadow. Okay, so I went and carried it a little bit into the crease. And now it is time to blend to your heart's content. I think it looks really cool, and when I take off the tape, I'm hoping there's a nice smoky effect over here. I decided I'm not going to do falsies or anything, so I'm just really hoping that this isn't too dark so that when I use mascara, it'll show up. All right, so moment of truth time. So I have a nice line. I can clean this up, but I have a really nice smoky gradient effect over here on the sides. And I think that looks really pretty. And then the tape has, like, on the edge, let me put it on the back of my hand so you can see it. See how on the edge of the tape you can see the areas where I got powder, but it didn't end up getting on my skin. So I really like the clean edge. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply some liner. All right, so what I did was I did black liner on the top, but I only did it the outer 2/3 of the eye. Notice there's nothing on the inner eye. And I did wing it out, but it kind of fades into the black shadow, the dark color. And then I did black liner on the waterline and on the outer under lash line. You know what I mean, outer lower lash line here. But I switched to brown right around 1/3 of the way over. And then I did brown to kind of soften it. So I don't know if you can tell, but it's black here and then brown the inner way. And I used my Buxom mascara in Black is Black. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same on the other eye. I just did a slight wing, but because the shadows have the black on the outer corner anyway, it really didn't need a whole lot of help. I already have a nice wing going on. And I did go ahead and do the waterline, tight line on the upper lash line with the black, but again, I only did it the outer 2/3 of the eye. Like so. Then I switched to brown. And that just helps soften it a little bit. Okay, time for a couple of coats of mascara. Okay, this is the final look. I'm gonna go ahead and fill in my brows on a separate video. I'm gonna do a tutorial on that. But if you don't have this palette, the Lorac Stay Cool, you can use any other palettes of colors you have, but I think this look would work with browns or purples or tans or pinks or whatever you're into right now. So again, there's just the white on the inner corner, the turquoise on the outer lid, the transition color was that brownish color, the silver on the inner half of the lid there, and then that deep black charcoal color on the outer V. Some black liner in a wing, and black liner out here, and then switch to brown. So that's it for the look. I think that this palette performs much better than the Get Hot palette. I feel like the powders, the eyeshadows are still pretty soft, but they're not as soft. And I think that the tape method does work really well with these, or if you have some eye shields that you can hold up. I also think it would work really well with just doing your eyes first and then cleaning it up and starting your face makeup afterwards. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.